Welcome back, fishing friends, to the worldwide headquarters of the Pinhook Fishing Club. Different video for you today. Thank goodness we're getting all this rain. I mean, several inches for the North Texas area is fantastic. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Alan. I make all kinds of videos, but mostly fishing videos. So today, like I was saying, this is going to be a different video. I've been working on tying my own crappie jigs and bucktail jigs for bass and pike. So I'm going to have you get in the stand here, and we're going to take a look at some of these, and maybe I'll tie a few. Now, no pro, no expert. If anything, I noob these up. I make a lot of mistakes, but it is so much fun working on them when I get home from school, or just, you know, a day like today when we're rained out. It's so relaxing to be able to work on it. All right, let's get you in the stand, and then we'll get started. There you go. I think you can see. Let me adjust this just a little more. There you go. All right. So, I'm going to need my glasses for this. Oh, all right. Let me show you a couple of the ones that I've made. Well, here's one in the stand right here. It's finished up. So it's a little green and white on the bottom. A little bit of flash in there. Let me set him over here. I've got a few others. So this one's like a white with gray, same type of deal. And the material for this is crafting hair, I guess is what it is, or crafting fur. Here's one with a little pink. I like to put the gray on the top. And when I do the gray and white combo, let me show you this one. It's maybe the light's not quite right, but in the water it looks like a minnow. These are 1/16 ounce heads. And here's another one, and I make them different lengths, you know, longer, shorter. So these are all going to be test jigs from when I'm fishing, doing some crappie fishing. Here's another one that's a little bit shorter, white with gray. I mean gray on top, white on the bottom. Now these heads were unpainted heads for these bigger ones, these bucktail jigs. So I painted them with this nail polish, and then went over them with a hardener. But it's pretty cool. This is bucktail right here, yellow, and then the brown. These are the ones that I catch pike and smallmouth up in Iowa all the time. That big PB smallmouth I got on that. This one's got a little bit longer tail, and there's some flash in there. So I may trim this up a little bit, but this one's pretty good too. And then for some of these, to make this poof up a little more, I don't know if you can see down in there, put a little piece of plastic worm threaded on there so that it'll poof up a little bit more. And this one I may trim a little bit also. This is a good color, the green with the white on the bottom, because it'll look like some of the stuff I fish for up there, like a chub, a little sunfish. And back to these crappie ones with the gray and white. This one's pretty much done. I've been putting eyeballs on them too. Are the eyeballs perfect? No. But it's a lot of fun to get them on there. And I also have some with some feathers. Now these feathers come from our turkey farms up there. So up in Iowa, they're all over the place. Domesticated turkeys that the farm sells for market. So these are pretty cool. Put a little flash in there, and in the water it's gonna slim down and it'll puff up. This one's got eyes on it too, little eyeballs. So I just got a little pack of eyeballs, and I've been practicing putting them on there. They're hard to put on there because, you know, chubby fingers, tweezers, there's an adhesive on them. And so I try to get them on there and put just a dab of glue. I do it two different ways. I put the glue on there ahead of time and then get the eyes on there. But then I get the glue on my fingers, or it dries too quick. So then I put the eyes on with their natural adhesive, and then I'll just dab the super glue in the corners. But you know, I've been having a lot of fun making these. It's good stuff. All right. So, as I was saying, I'm no expert whatsoever, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's so relaxing when I get home. So let me pop one of these out of here. 1/16. I got this little kit, and it's been working out great. Now these black ones here have a little bit longer shank, which I really like, and that was the thing that was taking me the hardest to get used to, is being able to get used to how small it is and where my hands have got to fit. And so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get it started here at the head, and I'll run it down. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'll snip off this little tag end. That's just how I do it. I put a little base on there. I'm telling you guys, I'm always telling you about these Swiss Army knives. The little scissors on this are perfect. You don't need any super duper fancy stuff with that. And I'm just using this Gorilla Glue to when I put a dab of glue on there. Alright, so we're going to start off with this white. Yeah, it's craft fur, premium craft fur. It's white, super cheap. And I don't really need that much, just a pinch. And I've been pinching some off of here as I go through this. There we go. Let me put that over there. So then I'm going to smooth it out, and I'll trim some more. Sorry, I'm going to hold this down here where I can trim it a little better. Alright. So then I just kind of pull on it to get the strands off, the loose ones. And then I position it where I want. Sometimes I'll put glue down there to hold it. And then I just start cranking. And you'll see some of the little fluff come off of there. That's okay. And then I just keep winding and winding and winding. I hope I don't run out of thread here. Now this little stand I'm using, I got this at Cabela's. I can't even tell you what this vise. I can't even tell you what kind it is. I don't really have any fancy tools. Just the little bobbin and then the stand. Take care of some of these trimmings. There we go. I forgot my handy dandy trash can. Alright. So we got that on there. Oops, I need to get rid of this. I got one bad loop. There we go. See, I'm no pro at this. I just have fun with it. That's the main thing. Alright, let's get this rotated. This one we're going to have a little bit of flash in here. Oops. Here's my little wad of flash. It's kind of a gray gold, or a gold flash, which I really like. And I'm going to snip off this little clutch here. There we go. Then I'm going to loop it and hold it. Please cooperate. Oh, fat fingers, guys. Fat fingers. Although I've been doing pretty good with the weight loss. Fat fingers, guys. Fat fingers. But I've been doing pretty good getting some of the lard off lately. So then I'll start winding it and winding it. And winding it. Let me get this down. You gotta be careful. I got the ceiling fan on, so you gotta be careful there because it'll blow back in there. Come on. There we go. It's a little kinked up there. Let me see. Just a little kink right there, but I can flatten that out. I'm probably blocking that so you can't see. So what's next? Let's see, we got this green is what we're going to use for this one. Same type of stuff, this craft fur, but just in a green color. I've got a pinch right here ready to go. Alright. So we're going to set this in here right like this. Smooth it down. Wrap it a little bit. Then I'm going to smooth it down a little more. And then we'll really start winding her. Sometimes I'll just have the little wrap section just barely at the top. Other ones I'll have it a little bit longer, like on this one, which I don't mind. Just to change it up, and it'll come out pretty good. Alright. So there we go. And if I've got little stragglers, I'll just snip them. So this one will have a little bit longer collar, which I was saying I don't really mind too much. There we go. Gives it just a little bit more body and kind of a creature bait type of thing. And we're getting close to being pretty much done. Let me stretch this. Ooh, I got a little couple here I need to trim. What's up with this guy sticking straight out? Let's get this tied off here. Sometimes I use the little whip tool, but I'm gonna quit getting away from me. There we go. Sometimes I will use the little whip tool, but I kind of like doing it this way. So then I'll give it a little snip. We'll get this guy out of here. Put a little glue on there. Okay, this one's a little long shank one. I'll get the eyes on there a little bit later. Alright, so there we go. It's a ton of fun, guys. Now this one's, it's going to come out pretty good. If it looks awkward to us, hey, it's what's going to matter with the fish. So I got this one just a little bit long on that part right there. There we go. Just a little bit longer on the top. And then the flash is in there. Alright, so let me hang this one up. And we'll get started on another one. So much fun, guys, to be able to work on these. Alright. So we're going to work on the next one. Same color scheme. Where's the white? Some of these I'm going to give to some relatives, and a whole bunch of these I'm going to be testing. Alright, so I've got my pinch right there. Right here. Oops, I've got some escaping. Some that are escaping. And some of those are really short, and I don't mind if they escape. Let's see here. These two. Alright, and then I'll pull it back on the head a little bit. Get the wrap going. Got some down here. I'm probably blocking that where you guys can't see. There's probably pro tires that are saying, "What are you doing? What on earth are you doing? You're doing it all wrong." Hey, it's okay with me if I'm doing it all wrong. I just got to do it how I do it. Alright, there we go. Okay, so with this one, we're going to do the same thing, just a little bit of flash in there. We're going to try to do a little bit more. There we go. It's this nice gold color. Yeah, we're going for a nice chunk. Here we go, fat fingering this. You tuck in there. Come on, I just bumped this and she came undone just a little bit. Can't do it. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's going to work for me just fine. Oh yeah, right there. Okay, where's the green? That one's going to have quite a bit of flash, and I'll trim up the extras here in just a minute. So I've maybe done, I don't know, 30 of these. So I'm still learning, getting it all figured out. And it's just me using them and some family and some friends, so it's, I'm not stressing out too much about it if it's not coming out the right way. If that makes sense. Okay, now this one's got a little bit shorter collar. We got the green. Alright, this one's going to look good. Let me just tighten this up a little bit here. Alright. We're looking pretty good. This is going to work just fine. Let's get our glue on here. I did have some head cement. See, I tried to make my own. I was talking about that where I did make my own back in 2018, some bucktail jigs. and I had a lot of fun doing it. But in some of the fishing videos, I showed you how atrocious they were. But I caught some pike and smallmouth on them, and they were just, it was so much fun. So I don't stress out too much on how it's going to look. Yeah, do you want it to be looking pro and all that? Sure. Okay, there we go. We're going to trim this a little. The main thing is I just want to have fun with it. There we go. We got our flash. We got the green on top, the white on the bottom, the flash mixed in there. There we go. This one looks good. And like I was saying, you know, I'll put the eyeballs on there. I don't even put the eyeballs on absolutely perfect. I just have fun with it. And with these bucktails, the bigger ones, I'm going to put eyeballs on there. I've got some bigger ones coming in. If not, I'll put those little ones on there. Alright guys, couple things. I ordered a couple rods. Another 6'6" Mach 2, and then this Crappie Thunder. It's a little ultralight, little 5'6" crappie rod. And you know, I'm a huge ugly stick fan, as you guys know, and I know people don't like them, and you get called a noob or whatever for using the ugly sticks. But honestly, just for farm fishing and fun fishing, or fun fishing up around the farm and at the places I go, the ugly sticks are perfect. Plus, those pike, man, and these big catfish and carp, those ugly sticks are pretty much, you know, indestructible. So I really enjoy using them. But, you know, I also want to big supporter of Lee's, and I also like using their products, and I wanted to get another 6'6" Mach 2. The grip on that is just so awesome. I really like it, and it's you know, it'll be here in a couple of days. And then that Crappie Thunder, I've never used one of those before, so that'll be another ultralight that I can add to the arsenal. I'll have 3 ultralights, and I'll probably put a Lew's Speed Spin 100 on there and use that to catch crappie, and you know, have fun doing that. I could test that out around here, and then of course when I'm up in Iowa in the summer. But let me show you this nail polish that I was using because some of the heads came in and they weren't painted. So these, you can get them at Dollar General, I think also at CVS. It's extreme wear, easy going stuff. And then I got this hardener right here to put over it to help protect it. I guess I need to hold that in front of the camera there a little bit better. And so I got different colors, and it works out really well. And the other thing is, I've got some more baits coming in, and I'm going to make a separate video for that to show those, some really nice ones, and keeping a lid on that until they get here. But, you know, just pick you up some basic crappie tying or fly tying stuff, a vise, and just, you know, this little bobbin here, some thread. And I love using Swiss Army knives for stuff, so I'm using these little scissors, and they're perfect for me. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and watching this video. Just getting started with it. I know I got a ton of mistakes in there, but you know what? I'm having fun, and I can iron that out later as I start making more and more of them. So one thing I will tell you is I don't like using that chenille stuff. No way. Come on. Chenille. No. So I'm not putting that any of that on there. So I just, you know, I gotta trim this one up a little bit. Really, I was just making the bucktails, and then it kind of grew. I said, well, let me make some crappie ones. And then from the crappie ones, I made some basic bucktail ones, and then I said, you know what, maybe I should try to make a bunch of different kinds of crappie ones. And then I started doing that, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to put some eyeballs on there. I know you can paint the eyeballs on there. I could probably do it with a nail polish, but you know, with fat fingers trying to dab that in there, forget it. And see, these aren't perfect. I've got little bits of hair coming up off of them. There's a little bit of a tag end sticking up there. So the main thing is just to have fun with it. See this one, there's a little bit longer flash, which I like. So the gray on top, it looks just like a little bait fish. See, I got a tag end here that's sticking up I don't like. I gotta try to snip that without cutting the half of the... I'm not gonna be able to do it because I'm gonna wind up cutting the hair in there. Alright. Uh-oh. Is that the pharmacy calling? Let's go. It's my brother giving a call. Alright guys, hey, until next time, once again, thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.